It's your boy Jim Shoe. Keep it the chip tube, but in your face art, man. We make art, we sell art. Thank you guys for watching this video. Just want to let you know that each and every video is sponsored by inyourfaceart.com. You'll be able to check down the link in the description so you can see many of the artworks that we do, designs, t-shirts, posters, customization, all that great stuff. So thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for coming to watch this video. I hope you get a lot of great value from it, a lot of good laughs.
Welcome everybody to the N-Word for Nerd podcast. Can you dig it?
We can dig it.
Hey,
wait. Are we doing DC's Whoop There It Is, or are we doing the Warriors? What are we doing?
Ooh, well, because it is a movie podcast. Let's go with the Warriors. Let's go with the Warriors.
Dude. Love that
N-Word
movie. They should remake that movie. We were at a remake. We did a remake segment where we should say which one we want to get rebooted. I should have put the Warriors. Unless I did. I don't know. I don't remember. I drink a lot on the show.
You did not put the Warriors. The Warriors would make a good reboot or remake, or even a continuation. I would like to see a futuristic area of New York after how these gangs have divided and destroyed this land. Because let's be completely honest,
post-apocalyptic Warriors TV show or something.
Because even the Warriors was, even though set in the era, it still was kind of apocalyptic. Like, these gangs have overrun these boroughs. Like, by far.
How you living in fucking Greenest Village and have a gang out there?
Right, hey, look, gotta protect your own.
Upper West Side Furies or some shit. Upper West Side
till I die. We gotta protect the old, brother. Yes. So welcome to the N-Word for Nerd podcast. Everybody who's been here for the very first time, thank you for joining us. If you're a repeat viewer, welcome back. I know the seat's lovely. Sit back and enjoy the ride. As always, if you don't know what the N-Word for Nerd is, it is movie reviews from the blurb perspective. And
do I have to say the word blurb?
I mean, if you want to.
Which, for all you white, you mayonnaise flavored people out there, that means black nerd.
There you go. From the black nerd.
Jason don't put no mayonnaise on his sandwich, guys.
Oh, I do not. Oh, I don't even like Miracle Whip. That's how far I try to stay away.
Like, don't even come near me with that shit.
Only thing that white that sleeps with me is my sheets. Oh, and my wife. But outside of that, no. But guys, welcome. We have a hell of a show for you guys as always. After accidentally crash landing in 2022, time-traveling fighter pilot Adam Reed teams up with his 12-year-old self for a mission to save the future. I'm going to play this game real quick. In one sentence, can you sum up this movie, Jason?
In one sentence? Jesus Christ, This is on the spot. Is it gay if you have sex with yourself?
And with that,
no. Wait, back up. I got another one.
Okay.
Is it incest if you hit on your mom in the future as a future version of yourself?
Yes. Axe Fry from Futurama. My one sentence review of this movie is, finally, the shtick with seriousness is all I've been asking for. All right. With that being said, Jason, what is your review of the Adam Project?
Can we have people in Hollywood actually come up with names for things, please? Because this is the dumbest name for this stuff. The Adam Project doesn't make any sense. But with that said, I personally really enjoyed this movie. If you're looking for a nice, fun sci-fi romp full of action and adventure, you get some of that. There is some sci-fi stuff in there. Makes no sense whatsoever. Time travel is always a dumb concept that never really works. And if you try to explain it, you already done fucked up. And they try to explain it, and you're like, that don't make no sense. But it's fine. What this really is an emotional family drama about a guy trying to reconcile with his father and his mother. And for me, if you can do emotional family dramas where people come to some sort of catharsis, you're gonna win with me. So the kid they got to play the younger version, because it's all spoiled in the fucking previews for this. that Ryan Reynolds' character is a future version of himself, and he comes back in time and accidentally goes back to a time where he was 12 and hangs out with his 12-year-old self. That kid does a spot on like Ryan Reynolds impression, like
Facts.
to a T. In fact, it's so much like, damn kid, how did your mom not smack you in your mouth?
Fact. Well, he's white.
Yeah, that's why. Because I don't care if my mom was grieving or not. He says to his mom, I would have been on the floor wondering how I got down there. But the kid does a really, really good job selling that the fact that he is emotionally damaged from his father not being in his life. And Ryan Reynolds also sells that even in a later time, even though they do that little assholey stick, it actually has like a reason behind it. It's an emotional defense. It's their deflection of the trauma that they experience. And you can tell because it gets very serious, like really early on, that Ryan Reynolds is like, the reason we do this is because we're sad. Which in no other movie does he really explain why he's being an asshole. It's just like, oh, this is funny. Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds. In this one, it works. Pretty much everybody else is a glorified cameo. Zoe Saldana is definitely a glorified cameo.
She's still fine though. She's still fine.
Yeah, she's still fine. Jennifer Garner is basically Ryan. What's the fucking dude? Mark Ruffalo, glorified cameos. This movie. One of the sides of this movie is that I wish they could establish the relationships more, especially the stuff between him and his father. You kind of get it on the back end, but I want to get it on the front end where you can kind of figure out like why they feel like that before they go back and reconcile the relationship. But other than that, this shit is fun and and it works and it's heartwarming and it's and you get and between the boring drama bits, you get a little bit of action. Is the action great? It's there.
We're gonna have to talk about this action in here. On two sides of the coin of this action. All right.
It's there. They're definitely doing it. But I mean, honestly, that is like they could have probably cut the timey-wimey shit out, maybe, or at least that whole kind of plot, and it would have been a much better movie for it. But still, I enjoyed this. I might have teared up a little bit at the end. But then again, I'm also a pussy. So
all right. Look here, man. I'm gonna tell you this. When this movie first started and it was going on, the beginning of the movie, and this is the very beginning, guys. I don't think I need to do a spoiler for it. Like it's a bullying scene. I don't
understand that.
I felt like I was the bully because I was like, man, I'm so tired of this Ryan Reynolds shtick. Beat up this kid for it. Because the kid does act just like Ryan Reynolds. Has the shtick, the a-hole shtick now. Even to the point his older self is like, man, I was such an a-hole at 12. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, you're still kind of there, my man. Like, it ain't really much change except for you realize, like, not the mouth off to everybody. So I went into it with that going like, oh, I'm going to be bogged down by this. And I'm like, now I wish that bully would have pounded his mouth shut so we wouldn't have to hit this kid. Because then I'm thinking to myself, it's going to be two Ryan Reynoldses.
Just Ryan Reynolds is the thing.
Right. And I might as well just watch Duplicity with Ryan Reynolds because this is what I'm going to get. Boy, was I surprised that it was not that. Boy, that I really, really wholeheartedly enjoy this movie because, yes, you do get a shtick that I say I'm always tired of, but I'm always tired of it, guys. And the understanding when I say this is that because it's never anything serious or real. It's never any real threats because it's always a joke. It's always a funny comment. It's always something that it's doing to diffuse the real tension of a scene. Not in this. The tension in the scene sit in, they last, and they have lasting effects. It isn't like something crazy happens, he loses someone really personal in the middle of the movie, and it isn't like, well, we're back to fun and jokes again. Like, it sits with them. You can see he's a different character for the rest of the movie from that incident. That is all I've been asking for, guys. That's it. You did
character growth, progression,
right? Right.
Storytelling.
This movie definitely hits on all the nostalgic feels of the past and a lot of movies that we like in the genre. Like it has a very Spielberg-esque feel to it in a lot of scenes and moments. And then I realized that Sean Levy was one of the guys who did this, who has a hand in Stranger Things. And I said, got it. Because season 1 of Stranger Things is awesome because the nostalgia works so well. This one's another one where the nostalgia works so well. things I like about the movie too is that they borderline on it, and I was glad they didn't jump over it, where you were like going to have the kid beat up adults. It did not happen. Thank God.
Yeah.
He had his moment with like some technology. Yeah, it does some moment with technology, but when he actually tries to, they just knock this kid over. It's like, great, thank you.
Fuck out of here. What are you doing?
I'm not gonna play this game. You're right. Most of the other things are cameos. It is a really weird, awkward moment with Ryan Reynolds and Jennifer Gardner, who's playing his mother, the adult Ryan Reynolds. And I feel like I just call him Ryan Reynolds. I don't know the character's name, and his name is in the movie title, Adam.
It's Adam.
Anyway, yeah, no. Anyway, adult Ryan Reynolds. Because of how they shot that scene, it made it very weird. I think if they would have did a pullback scan and had both of them speaking, it would have felt more warm and familial than actually. It felt a little more romantic. Now,
Intimate.
I don't blame a grown woman for being attracted to a very handsome man, giving her advice about her family life and blah blah blah. I get
hitting all the buttons,
but right. But we as the audience, we know this, and it wasn't played for jokes either. So it was very. But I think it's how they cut the scene because they had it one point of view, other point of view. Well, so in acting, I'm pretty sure we know they probably did many takes of this scene and pulled out the best looking ones. Where I think if they just would have pulled the camera back and had them closer, having that conversation where we could have saw both of their faces at the same time, would have relieved some of that weirdness going on here. But besides that, okay, let's go into the issues I have with this movie. And I know they shouldn't explain it, and I'm glad they didn't explain it. But so when people die, they just blow up into shreds.
Hey, time shit's weird, man. That's how they explain it.
They just vaporize. What?
If you're not in your fixed time point and you die, you just turn into a particle.
Look, my thought process was maybe it's the suits sending them back to the future. That's the best thing I can come up with because it was very odd at some points that people would get hit with things. It's just like regular hits, not like nothing strong, and deteriorate. And then sometimes they would get hit with stuff, and then their bodies would be laying in the yard like, damn, somebody gonna come and pick us up later? Like, but okay, cool. I'm just gonna go with the theory that once they got hit, you dematerialize back into the future. I think that's the best thing we could do.
They are getting murdered. They are dead. They might as well explode into chunks of bits of flesh and blood because they are dead.
I do enjoy the part where he goes, "Oh, do you remember this in your memories from when you were my age?" I thought that was a very good line, but you're right. You can't explain that stuff. You have to that's when you should have a witty comment to get over it.
Yeah,
like the tip to try to explain it
too hard.
No, yeah. That should have been the line. Like, don't think about it too hard, and kept moving. So anyway, I'm not upset with the time travel shenanigans as you are, because at this point of our lives, we understand that no one's going to do time travel right. Only Primer's going to do time travel right, and they're going to talk us to death about time travel. So even in that movie, we're still like,
you're going to have to watch it 6 times. You're going to be bored for 4 of those times, and then you're going to finally get on the 6th time, and you'll still be like, I don't understand this movie.
I just think everybody should just take the Back to the Future way with time travel. Once you go back and you do something, it makes a totally different universe, and that's what you go forward in.
Yeah.
Easy. We don't got to worry about any other shenanigans and all of this crap that people think about. Easy way to fix that. All right, but going to this movie in particular, it's a lot to love here, man. It's a very warm heart. Like you said, it's a family drama wrapped up in science fiction. The last and only complaint I have on it is I know Netflix got money. Jason, do you know Netflix got money? You know Netflix
they got a lot
money,
of money. Yeah.
Okay, they got a whole lot of money. If we cannot get this de-aging technology down that it makes it look good, please stop doing it.
That looked like a robot.
That like, Catherine Keener de-aging crap was god awful. To the point when she first showed up, I didn't know that was her younger self. I was like,
oh shit.
Like, yeah.
Who bought this mannequin in this shit?
Right. Don't nobody know she's fake? Has no one ever went up and poked her face?
You're digital.
Right, let's not do the age of technology. We're not going to do it right. I'd rather you had just recast her younger self for somebody else. And just went with that and that's very believable. We can accept that as a culture in movies, that putting someone else as a younger version of someone.
Have a digital copy of fucking Ryan Reynolds as a child running around. Like, y'all cast another dude. Yeah, I
Right.
can easily cast another lady.
Look, we're willing to accept other actors playing younger versions of people that are so bad that we won't care. We saw the last Fast and Furious movie. Neither one of them
Yeah.
jokers look like Vin Diesel or John Cena, but we believed it. We went with it. It's just
I'm
like,
like,
all right,
is
cool.
Vin Diesel Mexican? Is he
Right.
Hispanic? I don't think so.
We just went with it. So just yeah, if you're going to do it, put the money in it. Put the money in it so that we're like, wow, that does look like such and such at that age. Instead of going like, hey man, who put this alien in here? Is this aliens coming in here now? Like, no. But all
It's
in
like,
all, man, I
dude,
did
it's
love the
Friday
movie,
night.
man.
We got to get the movie out by Monday. It's good enough. Let's just go home.
And for me to say I like the movie, that's a lot because everybody knows here I'm a very huge harsh critic of Ryan Reynolds and his shtick. But on this one, I will say he does what I've always asked for. If you're going to give me the shtick, give me some actual real serious drama that goes around it. I mean, my saying on the show is always what? The jokes aren't as funny if you never get serious. Like in this one, he gets serious, and I dug it. Mark Ruffalo, you can take or leave it here. I don't think you really needed him for this role. You could have got generic B-list actor that does a strong performance in this one. I think Ruffalo was kind of wasted here. You bring him into a movie, you're bringing in what's up?
That's a glorified cameo.
Yeah. You're gonna bring in that star power. You at least gotta give him something really mighty to chew on and do some work on. But
They must have
other than
wasted
that,
all the
man,
money on the fucking lady effects, and they can only afford Mark Ruffalo for like 3 days. It's like, yeah, we would have pulled you in for this whole entire movie, but we kind of blew it all on this fucking Asian shit. So, like, how much can we do with 100,000?
I got to reverse and go. They paid all these people all this money, and it was like, hey, look, CGI team, we only got 2 days. Give us the
2 days and $35,000. I need to go.
Give me your best product. And then, I guess I guess let's jump into spoilers for a brief moment. Spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. His father invents time travel. Like, when that came up, I was like, what are we doing here? Like,
of course.
It's the same thing that all Hollywood suffers with, that everybody's bloodline has to do something great and significant, or else why would you be a hero?
His father's the one that invented time travel. The lady that he says is always so nice to him is the one that's out to murder him. It's like, of course.
Yeah.
It's like, why else would there need to be time travel unless you want to go back to your father, who's the one who invented it, who invented it and just didn't say nothing to nobody about it for like, what, 50, 25 years or whatever?
Right. Like,
and then also with the time, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why are they time traveling in the first place? Like, oh, we're part of the time travel shit. Why? Like, why?
No idea. Like, it kind of bothered me through the movie that was the, like, I would have even preferred if it had been like, hey, I need to get my father because he was a uber smart scientist and we're fucking up time travel stuff. Maybe he can help us, but I don't know. Something could have been better used.
Yeah,
I just hate the idea that, like, he's the father of this, like, and blah, blah, blah. Or even just the whole, like they did, just don't make him the inventor. Be like, hey, we got to stop this because time travel in the future is so out of control that, like, it took my wife from me and it took this from me and it took this from me. I'm back now because I was trying to save her, but now she let me know that we have to stop all of this because it's getting out of control in the future. And they just make that the thread line. Like, we don't need somebody being the mega chief, cousin, uncle, sister, auntie, boo that helps you. Like, I don't need all that.
It's like if Sarah Connor was also the inventor of Cyberdyne systems or some shit like that. Like, it doesn't add to the movie. Like, oh, you created time travel, also the best time pilot there is. Like, what is your job though? Like, oh, I just go into time and do pilot shit and fly. Like, and then also the bio shit. Like, the ship can't fly unless you are healthy. Like, and apparently these things have weapons. So, like, if you get shot, it's just like, no, we ain't going nowhere. Like, and y'all doing time travel too.
Yeah.
So
to the point that you say that, at the point of the movie, I remember I turned to my wife. I go, hold on, just so I'm sure. Are we saying he can't time travel because he's injured? Because what does that have to do with his DNA? And she's like, nothing. They're just saying the ship won't go unless he's healthy. And I'm like, what? Like,
That's like
I get trapped behind enemy lines.
Like design of anything ever. Like, oh yeah, my pilot is hurt. I guess we're just gonna stay in the 1500s until I hope modern medicine gets better and patches them up. We're just gonna have this fucking spaceship here.
I will say this, and it's going to be a shot across the bar for me and you, because they make reference to it in the movies. In the movie, this may have been outside of the Darth Maul lightsaber battle. This may be the best lightsaber battles that's ever been on cinema. I mean, prove me wrong. Like you look, you can like if you would replace his smashing of the ground with the rod and just replace that with using the Force. Those are some of the best Jedi fights we've probably seen in a movie, except for the Darth Maul fight. Like, because
I will
putting in work.
I will say one caveat: the Darth Vader scene at the end of Rogue One, but that's not really a lightsaber duel as it is just a massacre.
Right, it's the that's the match. Yeah.
So that doesn't really count.
Lightsaber duel. Yes, you're correct. Lightsaber duel.
But
I think it's the best lightsaber duel outside of Darth Maul.
Yes, I would probably agree. Even though in this movie the action was pretty lackluster for me, but yes, I would definitely agree that lightsaber that he had. No, I don't know the properties of that thing. That thing had it does whatever it if it touches you, it kills you. It does, ground stops. It can slice trees in half, and all sorts of craziness goes on. And it's like, wow, that thing is just like, well, I don't even know why y'all have guns.
Here's my thought. Like, yes, I agree with that. Why you have guns, we do all that. My thought was that, how you've seen it because we're both geeks. We've seen shit like that where people have tried to build real life lightsabers, but the problem is you need something to contain the laser. Because in fact, if you shoot a laser, it arguably will go off until infinity. Like, depending on the power source. It felt like that, but had the rings around it. It felt like they were encapsulating laser technology. That's why the kid called it a lightsaber. Beyond it just ejecting out light, that it had like if me and you were to attempt something like that, that would probably be the closest we would look to getting a laser to be able to be contained inside of a staff or a rod or whatever. I thought that was my thought on it. That's what it was. Yeah, that it was laser technology that they just figured out how to cap it because if you don't,
somehow gives the wielder magic powers as well.
Yes, because once I don't know how that shit was. You become a Jedi. You didn't know that? That's the rules. That's why we're so disappointed that Finn never became a Jedi because he picked up a lightsaber. There you are.
Well, there's a reason why Finn never became a Jedi.
Well, you only can have one black one at a time or something like that. There's some rules about black people and Jedi.
They were mad that he was a stormtrooper. They'd be, oh, what the fuck is this Jedi love? Probably makes their heads explode. There's an Asian person in space. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, little do they know that we've had a black stormtrooper for a very long time. Shout out to Donald Faison. And if people do not know what I'm talking about, Google black stormtrooper Donald Faison from Scrubs. We've had a black stormtrooper for a very long time. Let's go to what would we rate the Adam Project?
Oh, you're talking to me. Okay. Well, I would give it a 3.8. Yeah, not close enough to be a 4, but not so bad to be a 3. 3.8 sounds about right. We can do whatever the fuck we want. 3.8.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 3, man. I like this a lot, man. I thought it was really cool. I know it's not for everybody, but I thought it was really cool, man. I thought it was enjoyable. Hour and a half to sit down, relax, and watch this. It kept moving. It does move really quickly. It does keep going. So I thought that was dope.
Yeah, it doesn't get bogged down. It just, oh, here's a character. Here's the story he's on. Oh, she's not important. Let's keep going.
She's not important. Let's keep going. That's pretty much how she feels in this movie.
This whole entire thing was for her, but let's just totally write her out. Let's just go.
Yeah.
We spent all our money.
Because we gotta, no longer save the wife, save the world. Is now just save the future.
And let's also time out here for just one more second before we move on.
Okay.
This girl was stuck in the late 2000s for 4 years, and she's like, I can't make any waves. I'm out of time. But then she buys an arsenal of fucking AR-15s and shit. Like, bitch, you on a government watch list right now. Like, you live out in the middle of nowhere, and you got a whole bunch of guns on your float. Late night, you got fucked up. Right? Like, government knows about you.
100%, 1,000%. You think when that bomb went off, FBI wasn't on alert, coming quick?
Yeah,
All right. Very, very, very good point. Very good point. Hey, how you doing there? We here at the N Word for Nerd like to tell you a little something about a product that we decided to, steal from some people and then sell to you at a very extremely serviceable price. Have you ever been tired, worn down, and just lazy? I know I am because that's my life. But then this magical drink came along, Nerd Focus. Nerd Focus hits all that stuff in your brain, makes you smarter. Well, let me change it. It doesn't make you smarter, but since you brought this, which is a smart decision, then in that turn, it just made you smarter. So by that nature, it does make you smarter. Have you ever wanted to turn into a Super Saiyan 4? Nerd Focus will help you do that. Jason, you just had some. What do you think about Nerd Focus?
It's delicious. It tastes very good. I feel more aware. I feel more awake now. I feel like I can actually talk to a girl, maybe. Maybe ask her out on a date. It definitely has electrolytes in it, so that's what plants need. It's very good. It's great.
Well, guys, if you want to get your own very own case of Nerd Focus, go ahead and check out our link in our description. That's our affiliate link. So if you do purchase a case of Nerd Focus, it actually does help us out tremendously. Hey, let's get your Nerd Focus on, man.
Focus up.